What's good, everyone? This is Dr. Nee Darko. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below so that you're always up to date on the new uploads as well as alerts on this show. The other thing that you can do to help build this community is make sure you leave a comment below. Let us know what you like, what you don't like about the show, and ultimately, let us know who's winning these arguments, because I need to know that I'm beating Renee in these debates. Run the tape. I could tell when you were at your previous position, I could tell before you did the fellowship, I don't know if you remember, there's something else that you want to do. And then when you show me the program that you're applying for, I was like, yes, that's exactly what you need.
Right.
That's exactly what you should do and stuff. So where you're at right now, I'm not surprised. 30,000 foot view, or even let's say like someone was to have like a window into what you're doing right now. Like, what is Dr. Brian Williams doing right now? Are you still clinically active? Are you politically active? What are you up to?
So the answer to that is all yes. So you caught me at a transition point, right? The campaign ended a few months ago. I took a break for the summer and getting back into clinical work here within the next few weeks, but still want to remain actively involved in policy. And it's definitely policy. Politics, not so sure about that, but definitely policy, because we just need more people with frontline experience in healthcare crafting policy. I think we need more people that with critical thinking that are willing to serve, right? And definitely more sort of diversity of experience, diversity in backgrounds, because that's what this country is about. So for the time being, I want to be very intentional about my next step, right? So doing what I do well, taking care of patients, doing some teaching.
Oh, you still practicing?
Well, in a few weeks. I'm starting.
Okay,
out.
got you.
I took a bit of a break after the campaign.
You need it. I think you have enough experience to take a bit of a break. Because the places you've been
I've done plenty.
Yeah. You've done plenty. It's easy to get back on that bicycle.
Right, but I got to figure out what would be the next step, right? There's no job description for what I want to do, right? I have to create this myself. And the easiest way to make that not a reality is to just dive head first into what I've been doing for the past however many years and not think twice about it. Because once you get on the hamster wheel, it's hard to get off. So I've been taking it step by step, still out there, promoting the book. I'm still getting asked to speak about the book. So I'm very happy that it's resonating with folks. I'll take care of some patients, doing some writing. And then, we'll see, Dr. Darko. We'll see. I just don't want to rush it.
Good. Well, we are watching. It's funny you mentioned this because, I just got back from Ghana. Me and Renee got back from Ghana doing our medical mission for like the 10th year. And, the interesting thing is this 10 years, we were able to work with some people who are attendings now. But like 10 years ago when we were working with them, they were residents, right? And when we were like 10 years ago, we were doing locums and we were half locums, half independent or half working, like employed docs. And we were kind of just letting them know about like our trajectory, why we decided to work like this and stuff, and it's non-traditional and so forth. And they're like, oh, okay, I get it and so forth. And then 10 years later, they're letting us know like, hey, like I've been working for 10 years or I've been working for a certain amount of years and I just need a change, right? Like I just remember that you and Renee were doing X, Y, and Z and I need a change. I need to do this, and this. And it's not really a I told you so moment, but more of like, okay, that is gratifying to know that, like you're not the only one who feels like I'm like, I'm like a square peg and you're trying to fit me into a circle, right? Like I can't fit in there. So the reason I'm mentioning that with you is that like I could tell like with you, like you just have so many more aspirations and so many things beyond just trauma surgery that just taking the normal trauma surgery route, which is what you said, which is, TPMD to, eventually, program chair and then chairperson, like that's just not where you're at this point,
Right.
And I want folks to listen and understand that like the path can be like you can do whatever you want to do. And like you said, that fellowship, I didn't know about that fellowship until you told me about that. And
you maybe should consider it. We should
I might have to. They pay, right? I'm good.
They do pay. It ain't surgeons pay, but you can definitely we got by just fine. You just got by, and I consider it an investment. And I wouldn't trade trade that experience for anything. And I tell my cohort, I said, if I had to go back the day after it was over and never practice medicine again, I'd be like, you know what? I felt good about what I've done.
That's what
It
I'm
was
talking
that
about.
transformative. And you like, I see you figure like when you're doing something that's outside the box of what's expected, especially for us as surgeons, right? Something outside that, it makes people uncomfortable. Like,
Oh yeah.
why are you doing that? And yet you feel like you have to explain
Yeah.
yourself to them.
Yeah.
But now, 10 years later, like you said, they're seeing it, right? They're seeing it. They're coming to
Bruh.
you.
Yo, you know how many attendings told me I was crazy for doing locums at first? You know, like so many, and then like at least I'm Dr. Brian, I'm not lying to you. Like at least over the last like 2 or 3 years, three, no, five of them have already contacted me and said, "Hey, like, how do you do this locums thing and all that stuff?" I'm not saying that locums is the panacea to anything, but basically what I'm just trying to say is like sometimes you could be really passionate about something and everybody could say that you're crazy, it doesn't make sense and so forth. But if you really feel like this is the path that you need to do, then whether you're
Right.
right or wrong, you just got to go and do it. Right.
Right.
And you'll be surprised.
Exactly.
Like you get on the other side of it 10 years later, people are trying to jump ship and trying to be on your side. So you never know. Right. So
Right.
like I wholeheartedly agree with everything that you said, man. So listen, man, like
Imagine, oh, yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead. Please, please,
No, I'm
please.
saying, like, imagine being a surgeon and saying you're going to step away from practice. Like, you went to locums and you got that. Imagine saying, I'm going to stop practicing for a year to go do this. That's just
Especially
all
from the
sorts of
program that you
alarms.
went, especially from the
Yeah,
program that
yeah.
you was at. You
Yeah.
was at a big time program, you know.
But,
But here's the last thing I'll say about that.
yeah.
So, I think there's a lot of people who equate where you're at to what you have accomplished, right? Like, you know how like some people say, well, I went to Harvard and I'm Harvard trained, which means that like that, it comes along with these certain types of expectations. It's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
no, like what if you got kicked out of Harvard, right? And you finished at another program, right? Like you bring your certain skill set and you really have to be relying on yourself to really be the name brand, not where you trained at, not where you work at, not what med school you go to. And that's the one
Right.
thing that I give advice to a lot of folks, particularly pre-meds who are trying to get into medical school and they're trying to get into the most prestigious school possible. And it may not be in their path. I'm like, yo, like, first of all, the name doesn't make who you are. And then the same thing with residency, right? It's like, guys, like you want to get into the best program that's right for you. Right.
Right.
And then also at the same time, like when you get out, like it's very rare that people are going to be looking at what school you trained at. They just want to know MD, DO, are you board certified? Are you going to take care of me? And that's pretty much it, So
Right.
let's keep it at that, man. So anything else you want to let us know about before we get on out of here?
No, I mean, I really invite your listeners to reach out to me, connect. My website is brianwilliamsmd.com, Brian with an I, and it has all my social media tags on there as well. So you can reach me through Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. And I also coming up on the 1 year anniversary of my book. So I'm going to do a special promo for your folks, Dr. Darko.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
If go to thebodieskeepcoming.com, thebodieskeepcoming.com, and if you put in promo code DOTB, Docs Outside the Box, DOTB, I will send you a signed copy of the book and you will get a 25% discount off of the price, which is that's better than Amazon. That's better than Amazon.
That's what to say. Because I'm looking at Amazon right now as you're talking. I'm like, wait, hold on. Let me see what they got on sale, right?
And it ain't signed from Amazon.
Guys, hey, Brian, I appreciate that, guys. Make sure you go and check that out. Alfred, please put that below so people can get a look at that if they're looking on YouTube. Dr. Brian, man, we need you back podding too, real quick, before we get on it. We need you back podding. So when are you going to jump onto podcasting again? Your own podcast, please. No pressure, no pressure.
So I'm juggling a bunch of potential projects right now. Podcasting is one of those potentials. So the one thing is like I can't do everything well. So I have to decide what it is I'm going to do. So, but that's on the list of potentials right now.
I suggest that you guys all go check out. I'll put Dr. Brian's previous podcast in the show notes, but I suggest y'all go take a listen. He did some great interviews. Well, he's an excellent podcaster. Definitely I miss that. Let's just say I miss you there in the podcasting space. So I hope eventually you end up coming back, man. So.
Oh yeah, we'll see. I got some things brewing. Dr. Darko, right. I'll let you know when they happen.
We'll be watching. All right, Dr. B. We'll catch you soon, man.
All right, man. Thanks for having me. Good seeing you again.